and we're gonna need the Let's Encrypt server to communicate with us. So we have to come back over here, and just for a short amount of time, we're gonna add a pretty hazardous rule. We're just gonna allow all traffic for the time being until this Let's Encrypt biz is over and done with. So right, I suppose we should also check, see if port 880 is open, the HTTP port. Write something convoluted, confusing. And we get nothing, so pretty sure that means we're good to go. Let's hop over to that repo we cloned. Or was that ops? Let's encrypt. And then we're just gonna have to run this program. Alright. So Amazon Linux actually just wants us to include this debug flag for some reason. Sorry guys, well, looking over the video, I realized that the command I used at this point wasn't exactly clear. What I typed in exactly was /let's encrypt -auto cert only, and then 2 hyphens stand alone, and then we had to include 2 hyphens debug because Amazon Linux is buggy, I suppose. And there we go. So this Let's Encrypt program is going to run, and we're just going to let it do its biz. There we go. All right. Email address. Yeah. Just type in your email. Simple enough. You type it in correctly. Agree. Yeah. For sure. And then when it asks us for our domain name on the 3rd page, we are going to give it exactly this. Except for, I'm pretty sure that's going to copy the HTTP. Going to paste that. Yep. Get rid of this. And then it should be happy with this. Press down, press enter. Let it do its magic. Nice. It says it worked. If you make note here, it says that it saved a file, this fullchain.pem, in this directory, and it should have saved a few others. Well, why don't we just hop over there, actually. Take a look. TC, let's encrypt live. My IP, which it doesn't let me autocomplete for some reason. .xp.io. Alright, jump on root, run that same command. What was it? etc. Let's encrypt live 35163. Make sure you type in your IP. This is my machine's. .xip.io. Nice. And we've got a few files here. All of these have to do with the certificate. And probably the sort of chain of certificate authorities that they have, you know, certifying this person and that person, so then that person could then certify us. And then this private key is the portion that we need that goes hand in hand with that. So yeah, now we're just about ready to get TLS up and rolling. Okay, so now we're gonna have to do some more Apache configuration. I'm gonna go ahead and exit, stop being root. Pretty sure in the last portion we stopped Apache servers, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And now we're going to need to actually install another module for Apache. Mod 24 SSL. Nice, looking good. Looking good. And now actually a lot of work has been done for us. Alright, sorry guys, I just realized another clip was missing actually. So I'm back on the server, and what we had done is after we ran the Let's Encrypt program, it gave us those keys and certificates, right? They were over in, actually sorry, I'm going to jump on root. They were over in etc Let's Encrypt live, and they were in here. Jump in there. Yeah. So what I had done is I copied fullchain .pem into the following directory. Right. I copied it into so what I did, copy fullchain.pem into etc pki TLS certs. So I ran that, and then we also ran to copy private key .pem into etc pki TLS private. So we copied those two files into those two different directories, and then what we had done next is we went into those directories. So we'll go to the certificates one first. That was TC, PKI, TLS, certs, and what we had then was let's see. Right, there was fullchain.pem, and there was also localhosts.cert. And what I did is I renamed localhosts.cert to self-signed.crt. So I did move localhosts.cert self-signed.crt, and then I had to rename fullchain.pem to localhost.cert. And the reason we did this was so that we didn't have to modify our TLS configuration file. All we did was move our new certificate and our new key so that they had the same name and were in the same directory as our previous kind of rubbish ones. So the other directory then was etc pki TLS private, and right, so what we had was we had localhost key and we had private key, and I renamed localhost key to be self-signed PK. And by the way, we really don't need to keep these anymore. It was just you know, just to avoid getting rid of them. And then I also renamed priv key.pem to localhost.key, and then once I'd done both of those things, all we had to do after that was restart our Apache server. So I ran well, I guess we don't have sudo, we're in root. Ran service httpd restart, and that's going to restart our server. jump over here, and then after we go ahead and restart our Apache server, we can jump back to our browser and type in our IP address for our machine .xip.io. Throw in an HTTPS before that, and then you should notice that everything goes through fine, and we have this little lockbox up here. If you click this, actually, it'll tell you see your connection to this site is private. We can click details, go over here to this side, and it's going to give us all the details on our certificate. It's going to say it was signed by Let's Encrypt. Yeah, so all we had to do was take those two files, the certificate and the private key, and we had to rename them to the ones that were already there. Then we restarted our Apache server, and that was it. TLS was officially rolling after that.